guys. This feels so weird. I feel like I have to train to be in front of the camera again. I don't think I need to explain to you where I've been. If you follow me on IG, you know what's been popping, what's been happening. Life has just been so busy. But I am obviously extremely excited tonight to just have a little chat with you guys. And it's going to be an interesting one. It's extremely interesting. We have 15 questions and I don't think I'll be able to answer them in short. So girl, pause this video, go get yourself a cup of coffee. I hope my husband gets the hint. He's sitting right over there. Hopefully my coffee is gonna come while I'm busy with this video. But it's a Q&A video and I think we grew rapidly on here. So there's a lot of new people on here. And I just thought, you know what? It's a good time to have a conversation. Like ask me a question and yeah, let me answer it. So I'm going to start with the first question. Also, let me say that a lot of people ask business questions. I kind of get the hint. I've been neglecting all the entrepreneurs on here. I've got a whole lot of content that I've got planned for all my entrepreneurs on here. Don't worry, it's all covered. But I'm going to start with the first question. And the first question is, how did you know you wanted to open a business? And I'm going to start by saying that I've always been a little hustler. In primary school, I was selling scrunchies, which I made myself with my mom's machine. So I'd come from school, I'd physically make it, cut it, sew it together, and sell it at school for a whopping 50 cents each. And that basically was how I made my dollar as a child. And I've just always been I've always, whenever I think of something since young, I've always thought of it in a way of how can we sell it. And I remember when I was young, I asked my mom, why can't we have a store? Why? Because she's always been making clothes for people. And I was like, but mommy, why can't we have a store? And I remember her telling me that if it was that easy, everyone would have had a store. So it's always been a thing for me. Question number 2 is, how do you balance it all being a mama and a boss? Even by me thinking of it. In all honesty, I kind of feel like I'm not balancing it all. I feel like with every single level, with every single level of growth, it requires a new level of yourself. And it comes with growing pains. So yes, there is success, but also that success comes at a price. I'm constantly, like my husband can vouch for this, I am constantly feeling bad because I'm like, I was home, but I didn't see the boys much, or I didn't play with them much, or, so I always have this guilt thing. And when you're a mom, you will always have it. Even if you stay at home mom and spend all your time with them, you'll have a guilt. That mom guilt will follow you. So I try to remind myself of that. And I also genuinely, with all my heart, think that it boils down and it comes down to your partner. My husband is amazing. He's hands-on. Like he is, I don't know if you guys have noticed. I was thinking the other day, when I actually watched my own vlog, I realized he's just like on most of the, like on the vlog, he's been bringing the meals to me, and you guys probably saw that. But that is how he is and how he helps around the house. So he knows how hard I work. Like I work literally day and night, and I literally quote unquote day and night, because he knows the effort I put in. And I think the fact that he helps me a lot. Any tips and tricks on being a super mom and wife? I think that is kind of the same type of question, but if I should give any tips, I would say that really try to be in the moment. I like to do surprises for the boys, and I like to do things that I always wanted my mom to do as a child. So for example, I would like do a surprise, like a movie night, and I'll set up like a movie theater. Well, for example, surprise them with like a little gift, or just like out of the norm. And I really try to make them feel special. So And when it comes to my husband, I really think we date night, and dating is a thing for us. I'm actually going to insert a picture in here, but the other night just had, after 12, we had a picnic on our bed in our room. But that is how important dating is for us. And it was, like I said, after 12, but it's because of the importance of dating and making time for each other. Sorry. Number 4. Oh, we're only at number 4, guys. 5 minutes into this, only at number 4. Number 4 is, what do you love the most about being an only mom boy? You get showered with so much love. You get overwhelmed with love. And I think for me, I always wanted to be a girl mom. Obviously, I always wanted to have girls, and I was very shooketh, very shooketh when I obviously discovered that with every pregnancy it was a boy. But I never in my life understood why up until now, up until about a year ago actually. More like with Sage's birth. With Sage, I knew it was a boy, and I think with Sage, my husband thought, we actually, at first we thought it might have been a girl, but then something inside me was just like, this is a boy. And I think after that I kind of made peace, and it's a real thing. Like, I went through a real thing where I was like going through this of literally like asking God why I can't be have a girl, and like going through all of this. But like being a boy mom is just so special. Like, it's just like the amount of love you get. That's all I can say. Like, you are just showered with love all the time. They're not in your face all the time, and I never realized how much I appreciated. Like, I love Kinsley. I love her. And when she's around me, like, I enjoy it so much. But I was telling my sister, I will not be able to, because she wants to play with your hair, and then she wants to play with your shoes. And like, I'm used to my boys giving me love, but then they go, you know what I mean? Like, then they go do their own thing, and I get to like just chill and enjoy myself and all of that. So there really is a difference between having girls and having boys. And someone just replied by saying yes. So I think the person just meant yes to the video. So yes, we are here doing the video. And then, how old are you? I am a whopping 32. And I am turning 33. I'm also realizing that I am actually getting old. I'm very much in denial. In denial. But we were talking about it over the weekend because we celebrated my sister's birthday. And she was saying, oh my word, guys, like we are getting old. And I realized my son is 9. I've been married for 9 years. I'm like, this is a thing, guys. We are getting old. So, and then there's another business question, which is, how did you discover that you have a love for clothing and wanted to start wanting to start a business? So I've always had a love for beautiful things. Like, my mom always as a child made us clothes. So I remember, this is so embarrassing. No, I'm not gonna say it. No, it's fine. I'm not gonna say this. I'm not ready to share with you guys yet. But anyway, but my mom always made us clothes, and sometimes it was very interesting little gadgets, but it was because we always saw what at that time Britney Spears wore to a concert, and then we would want the same thing. Oh guys, I'm not gonna embarrass myself. But yes, I knew since a little child that I wanted obviously to do something in business, and I was always inspired by my friend Tertia and Janae's parents, and their parents are like hardcore like business people. And I think a lot of my business, not ideas, but just like the hustle and all of that, came from just being their friend and just witnessing how their parents would like make a living of businesses. So the next question is, what advice do you have for someone who wants to start their own clothing line, and how do you start? I'm going to start by saying that you are capable of doing whatever whatever you put your mind to, even if it's in an industry that you've not had any training in, that you don't have any qualification in, because that is where I am in now. I'm running a business in an industry that I have absolutely no training in, but I'm passionate about client service, I'm passionate about quality, and I'm passionate about people growing, so my staff growing, the business growing. I'm very passionate about growth, never mind the growing pains. So I would say, if you want to start, do a bit of research. And firstly, do you want to go into manufacturing, as in designing, physically designing? Do you want to go into wholesale, reselling wholesale items? Once you know what you want to do, you then from there take the next step. Your next step, if you want to go into wholesale specifically, you find suppliers, you find good quality. Focus on your quality, because your quality is going to be the reason your clients are going to come back. And then I would also say that should you want to go into manufacturing, and into the production field, that is very tricky. That is where we are in, and it requires quite a bit of patience, lots of patience. I started out in a wholesale, and I feel like wholesale prepared me for what I'm experiencing in actual manufacturing and production and all of that. So it basically, see, my husband's like giving coffee, that's how you guys can get the kettle. So it basically means that once you know that, you take the next step. You then, decide exactly what you want to sell based on what your wholesale or your production you're going to do. Is it going to be kiddies? Is it going to be adults? So take it one step at a time, and then as you go, you basically go further to the next step. Don't just think of, oh my word, I want to start a business, because you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to find that you are going to lose interest. Just take it one step at a time, nuggets, small little nuggets. Forget about the registration and all of the things that's going to come. Just think of you and your dream. I'm also going to say this little thing. They always say you should ask clients what they want, do a client survey. I'm gonna be honest and say I think you know your vision, you know your dream, and you know what it is you want. I'm not saying it's wrong to ask clients, but I'm just saying that you know your vision, you know your price, you know what it is you want to offer the market. See guys, half the video is on that one question. I'm very passionate about business, but I'm telling you guys, I've got quite a few business ones coming up, I promise you. Ideas of how I can feel sexier in my clothing. So firstly, I think that fuller figured women are so gorgeous. So if someone thinks that for you to feel sexier in your clothing, you have to be thin, or you have to be a specific size 6 or 8 or 4 or extra small or whatever it is, I think that everybody, every shape, every size are gorgeous. I think I'm just spilling my own beans, but what I do is I sometimes play dress up. I dress myself. Okay, it's been winter, it's been lockdown, I've not done it in a while, but I sometimes, dress and wear a few, wear clothes and check myself out in the mirror. I put up some earphones and I basically just walk and check out a few outfits and play around with styles, and I sometimes take pictures of it and I keep it on my phone, or I add it to my favorites, and when I go out, I just quickly throw on something. I quickly throw on something based on the pictures that I've saved before. So it's kind of practicing. I'm saying it wrong. It's kind of, feeling yourself in the clothes before you actually step out. I also think that it's a mental thing. It's all about you mentally, you know, accepting your body, accepting yourself, you know, and just falling in love with yourself as a person, because you are gorgeous. And then tips on dealing with the lack of motivation. Now I'm gonna quickly I'm just like giving you guys all the beans because it's a Q&A, yeah? So right now, like a few minutes before this video, we worked late tonight, and I have another deadline that I have to sort out. But we want to post our mom and son sets, which is this one I'm wearing. So we literally did the shoot in front of this wall, moved everything, did the shoot, and I literally not forced myself, but I told myself, you will do a video tonight. You cannot say you're tired. You will film a video tonight. And I took out the camera. I jotted down the questions, and here I am making the video. And I think the thing with the lack of motivation is you just have to do it. You have to switch off your brain that's trying to negotiate with you and just like do it. Done. Because now I'm enjoying this video more than you guys because I missed you. I just missed uploading. It's only been a week, but I'm used to doing 2 videos a week, and we will get there again. But it's just that, like, I missed this thing. Telling you I missed it. We are on number 11, so there's only 4 more to go. Maybe my husband has got earphones in, so he doesn't even realize that the sound is interfering. I hope it's not too bad, guys. I hope you can still hear me. And so the question is, what might be the difficulties in starting a family at 33? I started my family very early, guys. I was 23 years old when I had my first son. Very young, I know, but I think the only thing I missed, you can bring it. Oh, my husband is so sweet. Hey, hot chocolate. Yummy, thank you, love. So the only thing I missed at that time was my sleep. And I also got married young. So I was 23 when I got married, 23 when I had my son. So it was very like, I don't know, it was just, it kind of came natural. I think at the age of 33, you are kind of like more set in your ways. And I think you love your sleep. But I think the desire to have a baby will make up, and to have kids will like, you wouldn't mind not having your sleep. I also think that I really think that no matter when you have a baby, the feeling is exactly the same. And the reason I'm saying that is because I had Noah when I was very young, and I had Sage, obviously, 2 years ago, almost 3 years now. But the feeling, the feeling of nurturing a baby and the love you have, that doesn't change. So I don't think much is going to change, except for you might miss your sleep. But I think every mom misses their sleep. So I really don't think much is going to change for you. You'll just be madly in love with human beings, and it's the best feeling. How do you deal with conflict with your in-laws? Now, I have been blessed with the best in-laws. Like, guys, I don't know. I have just, like, my mother-in-law and myself, we are just, I don't know, she's not up in my space. She is just like, she's just a blessing to us. My sister-in-law as well. So I don't have that issue. But I also think that I'm very weird when it comes to conflict. I'm so weird because I don't like conflict. I just go quiet. Like, I cannot. Well, with my husband, I don't go quiet. I kind of tell him like the situation, you know. But other than my husband, I just go quiet. And I think because I don't know, I'm not that great with conflict. It's either I go really quiet or I just say it. So there's no in between and no balance. But the one time I had like a bit of a, not even an issue with my mother-in-law, I can't even say that, but we had like a slight misunderstanding. I just went quiet, and I was just like, you know what, you go with the kids to them type of thing. But we have never like we just that one time, that was years ago. So and I think I just realized in that moment that, you know, I would not want my kids to go through this. You know what I mean? So I was just like, I even tell my mother-in-law, one day I want to be like you with my daughters-in-law, and that says a lot. And then, what profession were you in before launching an apparel range and brand? So I actually used to be a PA, personal assistant, in the financial industry. I used to be in the education industry, also personal assistant to a CFO. And then I worked in events, and I have a little bit, very, like 6 months, not 6 months, I'm lying, 5 months of social media management experience. Only 6 months, 5 months, sorry, very recent. So yeah, so that is basically, those were the professions I was in before I was like returning to business, I'll say. And I think I need to do like a refresher of like our journey and all of that. There is a video on here somewhere where I explained how we started with 300 rand. But I think the quality might not be that great anymore. And I did it outside, and I think the birds were all over. It was one of my first few videos. But I think I should do that. And then number 14 is, when did you give your life to Christ? Now, I have said this before. I've always been like a church girl and a Jesus girl, and involved at church and, you know, doing the most. But I would genuinely say that as of last year, February, I gave like every bit of myself over to God. And since I did that last year, everything changed. Every single thing changed in my life. I'm just like content. Like, I don't fight things in the sense where I know what is set out for me. And I think I just found like who I am in Christ. And I think that is the thing about Christianity, is it has, as you grow in your journey with Christ and you mature in your journey with Christ, you like, every time shows up differently, and you gain more confidence in your walk with Him. So you kind of understand your purpose more and more and more. And the more you pray and press in, the more He reveals Himself to you. And I love that. I love that I get to like always discover, like, whenever I think like, oh my God, and then He's just like, wait a minute. And then He just comes in there and He just shows up. So I love that completely. And then the last one is my favorite hobby. I am gonna say my favorite hobby, that is probably talking to a camera that no one's looking back to me. Like, it's probably, I'm gonna say YouTubing, YouTube, filmmaking, you know, anything where I am able to interact with people. I think I just genuinely like love connecting. And I think that, I don't know if that can be a hobby, like just connecting. We are socializing with people, but now we are able to do it on social media, socialize with people on social media. So yeah, so I think that is one of the hobbies. I used to love swimming. I don't know, too grown for that now, but the boys enjoy swimming. I enjoy swimming, but not as much as I used to as a child. And then I like to dance, but I lost all my moves. I'm so disappointed. I lost every single move, every single one. But I still love dancing. I'll dance when there's hardly music playing in the background. But there's hardly music playing. It's only playing in the background. But I will be shaking my situation. But yeah. But guys, this was very interesting. I loved every single one of them. Thank you so much, everyone, for sending in your questions. If you guys are new here, you got to know me now. And if you like, you like what you see, you like this channel, you like to know more about business, hauls, DIYs, family, and all of that, please do click on subscribe and join the family. Thank you so much, everyone. Mwah. Bye.